Joplin.
Now at 10, a septic system with ties to Tyson Foods has one Knoll, Missouri resident asking who will take responsibility for the cleanup. Plus, donations for KOAM's Toy Box campaign may have ended, but deliveries have just begun. And
we all have that someone in our life who can be difficult to shop for. I'm Anthony Saviello, hopefully bringing you some Christmas shopping inspiration.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities arrest a Joplin man for a sexual assault against a child. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Tanya Bach. Joplin police arrest this man, 21-year-old Kenneth Corcoran, for first-degree statutory sodomy. Police noted that Corcoran moved to Joplin only a week ago and moved around often. The victim, a 5-year-old girl, detailed the incident during a forensic interview, which was verified by a safe exam. Corcoran is being held on a no bond at the Jasper County Jail. An Erie, Kansas woman crashes just outside of New Albany. The crash occurred earlier today when a southbound vehicle on New Albany Road failed to negotiate a curve. The vehicle left the road, struck a ditch, and hit a tree. It came to rest on its top. The driver, Jaron Levi Yarnell, was pronounced dead at the scene. A passenger was taken to a hospital with serious injuries. A Knoll resident finds herself in a battle with Tyson Foods regarding the septic system in her house. KOAM's Fernanda Silva spoke to her to understand.
There's, tons of cabinets. Pick one, and you're more than welcome. You can smell the smell. I'll just open up a drawer, and it smells.
According to Knoll resident Sarah Kelly, the reason for the bad smell in her house, it's clear.
That is the Tyson septic clean out for this. You can see right here where there's poop and buildup. You can only imagine the tampons and the toilet paper and things people have eaten and poop that came flooding up out of this hole.
Kelly also fears for her 5-year-old kid.
Mold and mildew and stuff like that, bacteria from all that. Who wants to know later on that your kid's been exposed to something like that? And I don't know, just clean it up.
The wastewater operations in the area where Kelly lives are currently operated by Tyson. For Kelly, the cleanup responsibility is Tyson's, but Knoll's mayor has a different perspective.
I've been up there and seen the place, as well as my wastewater superintendent. We both looked at it from the outside. You can't see underground. I feel pretty sure that the problem is actually within the house itself.
Tyson says the company is currently working with local and state officials to transition the wastewater operations from the former Tyson Foods Knoll facility to the city of Knoll. Lance believes that only an inspection can show who is responsible for Kelly's house problem, and he hopes Tyson will work on the examination.
They assure us that they want to be good stewards. Well, that would go a long way to showing that they actually do.
In Knoll, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
According to Tyson Foods, this process is funded by the company and will be completed in early 2024. Now, we also sent questions to Tyson regarding Sarah Kelly's house, but they still have not answered those questions. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, of course, we got some rain for us today. It's been very light across the region. We're going to continue to get some light showers and drizzle tonight, even into a chunk of the weekend. But temperatures, we still went to 56. Not bad. It's above our average high, 48 degrees. Started at 46. Average low is 29 degrees. But our temps are sitting into the mid 40s. And we're going to hold fairly steady as we go through the overnight hours. We've been tracking these showers rolling off toward the east. And let me go ahead and I'm going to stop this for you at about 2 a.m. You can still see light showers rotating through. So we're going to start the day tomorrow with a little bit of drizzle. Could still pick up a few showers tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to be talking about that. Also looking down the road, all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. The Neosho Schools Board of Education fills a leadership position. Jim Davis accepts the position as the new Neosho School District Superintendent. Davis brings 27 years of experience to the position. He previously served as superintendent of the School Choice High School District in Phoenix and assistant superintendent for K-12 academic services in the Rogers, Arkansas public school system. Davis will replace the outgoing Dr. Jim Cummings, who is resigning, and Davis will officially begin July 1st, 2024. Habitat for Humanity in Joplin today received a grant to help them continue to build the future. U.S. Bank Foundation donated a check for $10,000 to the nonprofit. The grant will go towards the Habitat House construction program, where low-income families who qualify work to build their home. Some Carl Junction students are helping promote our Toy Box campaign. Carl Junction Junior High held a Toy Box Day during Spirit Week and made a trailer for a movie. It's part of an effort to collect at least 250 toys, which they met by collecting 252. Those toys and others in the area were collected today and taken to the Salvation Army. We want to once again thank everyone who made our Toy Box campaign possible this year.
It really warms my heart to see the generosity of people. A lot of people will say, my grandmother or my parents were a recipient of this, or I was a recipient of this growing up, and now I'm teaching my children to help give to other children in need.
And again, we want to thank everyone who made our Toy Box campaign possible this year. Christmas is only 10 days away, and along with that comes last-minute shopping. We sent KOAM's very own Anthony Saviello to find some inspiration for those who are hard to shop for.
This store was created for that person that's hard to buy for. I mean, this store is filled with super unique items, super curated, vintage, but this is the type of place that there's just one of everything. So if you're looking for something that's super unique for that very unique family member that has everything, we're definitely worth at least coming in and taking a quick stroll.
Well, folks in Carthage, Missouri today had the chance to meet Santa and Mrs. Claus. It's part of the Christmas at the Grove event. Families were able to spend time with Santa, build a toy in the workshop, and enjoy some hot cocoa with Mrs. Claus.
It is about the kids. It's about the smiles. And when a little boy or girl comes running up and gives you a hug, even though it's just your leg, you reach down and you can feel the love and see the joy. It's magical.
So my mom and I are both previous teachers. So she taught high schoolers, I taught elementary school. So we've always had a passion for kids. We love to do events for kids.
You can find details on other Christmas events in the area on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, later in sports, another big night for local basketball as Pittsburgh takes on Independence. John has the highlights of the matchup in just a few minutes. But first, a jury in Washington hands down a decision against the man once known as America's mayor.
During the Make the Holiday.
A jury in Washington has decided Rudy Giuliani must pay two Georgia election workers $148 million in damages. An epic fall for a man who was once named Time's Person of the Year. Scott McFarland has the details.
Today's a good day. A jury stood witness to what Rudy Giuliani did to me and my daughter.
Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss emerged triumphantly from court today after a jury awarded them damages from Rudy Giuliani for the conspiracy theories he spread about them since the 2020 election.
The flame that Giuliani lit with those lies and passed to so many others to keep that flame blazing changed every aspect of our lives.
Giuliani was found liable for defaming the women and for inflicting emotional distress, for lies claiming they flipped votes while serving as Georgia election workers in 2020, including a conspiracy theory the women exchanged USB drives to do so when they were actually exchanging a mint. The lies led to vile threats.
Hey, I hope you like jail because that's where you're going on your way to hell.
The total awarded to the two women includes more than $33 million in compensatory damages, $40 million for intentional infliction of emotional distress, and then a number that drew some gasps in the courthouse, $75 million in punitive damages. Giuliani, who had said he planned to testify at this trial, opted not to at the last minute.
The absurdity of the number merely underscores the absurdity of the entire proceeding.
Outside the court, he continued to spread baseless claims about 2020.
My country had a president imposed on it by fraud.
Those are conspiracy theories, sir.
These are not conspiracy theories.
Now, it's not clear whether Giuliani would be able to declare bankruptcy to shield himself from any sum of damages in this lawsuit. That issue may have to be decided by the courts at a later time. Well, Doug has another look at your forecast, and a little later, Friday night basketball continues with a rivalry renewed in Parsons. John has the highlights and more coming up in sports.
East Kansas area for 26. 417-501-5550.
Well, we actually had a pretty good week. Temperatures for highs most days were right around 60 degrees. A little bit cooler for us today with the clouds and the light rain that we have been seeing. So the roads are wet, so be careful if you are going to be out there tonight. Even when these showers kind of start tapering off a little bit later on tonight, we're still going to have pockets of drizzle through the overnight hours. Roads are wet. Nice shot. This is our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Tower Cam, looking downtown off toward the north and to the east. Rain's not been heavy, but it is creeping up, only 1/10 of an inch. Hopefully we hit 2/10 of an inch. We're so far behind. We're over 14 inches behind. Heaviest rain of at least 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. Yates Center, Fredonia, Independence. A little swipe just south of Parsons, but all this kind of lighter blue is 1/4 of an inch or less. So this has been a very light storm system, but at least we're getting some rain. We'll definitely take it. Heaviest rain's been pushing into southwestern Missouri. It's not even heavy, but you can see the counterclockwise swirl here, northeastern parts of Kansas. So that's our area of low pressure. The showers all the way down into Missouri and Arkansas. Now, behind it, we're still going to get those pockets of drizzle and a random shower as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Plus, there's a secondary little wave, western parts of Minnesota, which will slide in behind this guy, and that could give us a few random showers again tomorrow afternoon. All right, so let me walk you through time. I'm going to stop this 2 a.m. Spotty light showers and drizzle. Consistent temps, mid-40s. As we get to about 5:30 in the morning, still some spotty light showers and drizzle. Then most of the morning just cloudy. Far western counties, you'll get a little bit of sunshine, but here's that back wave I was talking about. So 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a few light showers kind of skirting through southwestern Missouri, but these will be gone by evening. Look at this, we clear out, temperatures drop tomorrow night. We fall back to 31, 32 degrees. As we go into the daytime hours on Sunday, we get the sunshine back. Temperatures not bad. Most of us are going to be into the 50s for highs. All right, additional rainfall from here, mainly on the Missouri side, not much, maybe 1/10 of an inch, but still we're going to have that drizzle kind of sticking around as we go through the overnight hours. Mid-40s across the board right now. That's really where we're going to sit tonight and tomorrow. High temp of 47. Cold night tomorrow night, but we rebound back to 55 on Sunday, which is nice. In fact, a little bit warmer than that as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Chances for rain increase Thursday into Friday. Then we have another storm system behind it, which will start to affect us as we get into Christmas Eve. So that's going to be interesting to watch for us next week. 47 tomorrow, 55 Sunday, 45 cooler on Monday. Back to 50 Tuesday. Rain chances increase again late next week. Tanya?
All right, well, we need those rain chances, that's for sure. Just a few miles northeast of Carthage and right off of Route 66, you'll find a storybook town called Red Oak 2. Its creator, the late artist Lowell Davis, started moving buildings there from his hometown, the original Red Oak, in the late 1980s. He wanted to preserve them and other historical buildings in the area.
So Red Oak was originally 20 minutes east of here on Route 66, which is Highway 96, and it was basically a ghost town. It was falling apart after World War II and nobody really lived there. And so Lowell picked up most of these buildings, plopped them in his cornfield, and made his own town. So it was kind of a, you could say it was a real town that became a fake town that became a real town again.
Red Oak 2 is also home to the last Harley Warwick mail pouch tobacco sign ever painted. Lowell Davis passed away 2 years ago, but part of the reason Red Oak 2 continues to survive is that people actually live there. Tune in tomorrow on KOAM News at 10 as we take you inside Red Oak 2 to learn more about the history of this unique town. Still ahead, Pittsburgh boys basketball host Independence. And Parsons and Labette County meet up on the hardwood. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Casey's has thin crust.
Relay. Together, let's drive.
Another Friday means a full night of high school basketball across the 4 states. We got a couple of battles in the SEK Conference tonight. Independence hits the road for a battle against Pittsburgh on the road. Bulldogs getting some offense rolling early with this layup by Tucker Gregory. Indy taking a 2-point lead in hostile territory, but Pittsburgh has an answer. They go to their guy, Mason English, who hits a step-back fadeaway 3-pointer. We'd hear more from him. Later in the first half, Independence proves they can shoot from beyond the arc as well. Camden Julian thought it was short, but the 3-pointer goes in. Independence down by 14 at halftime. Second half, Joey Cronister banks this one off the glass and in. Purple Dragons start to take control of the game. Nate Mitchell can't finish the layup, but Mason English puts it back up and in. Then English, open lane to the bucket. He elevates for the slam. Pittsburgh goes on to win this game 67-36 over Independence. Now to our second conference matchup. It's no secret that Labette County and Parsons, well, they don't like each other very much. The two SEK rivals meet tonight on the basketball court. Parsons girls basketball hosting Labette County. Grizzlies came out of the gates hot, already up 3-0. Ball swung around the perimeter. Nevaeh Jones nails the corner 3. We hear a lot more from her before this one finishes. Up 9-2 now. Landry O'Brien count the bucket and the foul. Grizzly lead into double digits. We're not halfway through the first. 21-6 Labette County. Final seconds of the quarter. O'Brien nails a 3 at the buzzer. It's 24-6 after 1 quarter. Didn't stop there. Jones goes up and under with the layup. Then second quarter, still open 3 from the corner. She drills it. Jones finishes the game with 23 points to lead all scorers. Big night for O'Brien as well. Fourth quarter, the lead is 20. Make it 23 after she connects with a 3. She had 10 points in this one. Grizzlies dominant on the road tonight. They win 62-42. Parsons boys basketball looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. Rival Labette County trying to get its first win of the season. First quarter, J.J. Kendrick with the alley-oop pass. Landon Wheat corrals it, puts it off the glass and in for 2. First points of the night there. Later in the first, Jaeger Quirin takes his defender into low post. Falling away, his fadeaway is good. Vikings up by 4. Last minute of the first quarter now. Deflected pass and J.J. Kendrick gets control. He's off to the races, elevating for 2 more. Parsons leading 7-1 after 1 quarter. In the second, Grizzlies start to wake up. Dylan Johnson hits a corner 3 to eat into that deficit a little bit. Then Barrett Heastand off the catch and shoot. The sophomore nails the 3, puts his team on top by 3. This one would stay close throughout, but Parsons gets the win at home. Vikings take it 42-32. Webb City Cardinals boys basketball on a 2-game losing skid, back at home tonight against the Cassville Wildcats. First quarter, Holton Keith with the assist to Baron Duda. He gets the bucket and the foul. Bit later, Keith knocks down the jumper in the corner for 3. More on him in a minute. It's 30-16 Webb on top. Wildcats trying to keep it close, but check out this one-handed takeaway. Slade Hurd steals it, passes up to Keith. He gets the layup for 2. Cardinals force 39 turnovers and then add another one. Takeaway again from Webb City. Even more points for Keith. He finishes the night with 21. Cardinals leading by 30 at halftime. It gets uglier for the Wildcats. Duda gets it and knocks it off the backboard for 2. Cardinals get back on track with a dominant 81-43 victory. They're back at home Thursday night against Seneca. Back to that rivalry action though. Parsons against Labette County. Each of them get 1. Parsons wins the boys game. Labette County, the girls win that game. They look really good.
And I bet that felt good for Webb City to get a win in there.
Yes, definitely.
And a good win, too.
Yeah, very good. They look
win.
very good tonight.
All right, that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Most wonderful time to drive at
A Fort Scott, Kansas resident is renewing a tradition of going all out on Christmas decorations. John Willis has been putting up elaborate displays at his home for years, but he took last year off. Now his house is lit up once again, and it even won him the top prize in the Fort Scott Chamber's Christmas Lights contest.
Well, a few years ago, back in 2020, we decided to put some lights up, and it just kind of grew from there. And then we did some hot chocolate and cookie giveaway and stuff like that.
Well, you can check out the winning decorations at 806 South Barbie Street in Fort Scott. Pretty cool decorations. John, do you put up decorations?
I don't. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of room in my apartment for Christmas lights or anything like that.
I never get to the outside of my house, so I try to always make sure the tree is next to a window, and there we go. There's my lights.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Let's go to Doug with a final check of the weather.
Well, of course, we're going to have light showers and drizzle out there tonight. So if you are going to be out, be careful. And still a few random showers tomorrow. Mainly just cloudy skies. High temp of 47. Down to 31 tomorrow night. 55 with sunshine returning on Sunday, and then cooling back down again on Monday.
Final sports note?
More basketball on the horizon. We just saw last night Missouri Southern women's basketball went on the road to Central Missouri, got a huge win. That was an undefeated team at the time. Well, now Pitt State plays Central Missouri tomorrow. They're still the number 3 team in the country, so we could have both of our college teams giving them their first and second loss of the year.
That's impressive. Wow. Well, thanks for watching. We're going to leave you with another look from Fort Scott, Kansas, and we will see you next week. Let's make it a great evening.